I always get paranoid that I've slurred my words terribly. 3, 4, 5. What is a Xeno? A Xeno? Xenos any indigenous unmodified species. There is one. A Xeno is any indigenous unmodified species. This one here is an alpha predator. Ronkar, female. I think even a team of elite soldiers might have a tough time handling her. Blade Omnis used to keep them in check back in the day, but they're gone now. But now they're gone, so. What do you think? Bring her onto the ship. There's Xeno on ship. Sure. What can we do? What can we do to help you? Kill the Xeno that got loose in her ship, or distract her at least, so we can get off where a ship goes boom. Seem like a reasonable guy. We got a ship full of cargo. We got able bodies. You help us, we help you. Okay, send commandos in to save the smugglers. Send them in to not save them, but to grab the cargo. We'll just send in a specialist. Can you deactivate the self-destruction feature on that smuggler ship? I don't see why not, Admiral. Smugglers? No, I can't imagine we're dealing with a sophisticated mainframe here. Let me take a look. This is a suspected, sir. Child's play. I'm stopped the countdown. Of course, the Xeno is still somewhere in that ship. Situation remains the same. Get boat. Kill the beast and rescue the crew, Captain. No one deserves to be Xeno food. My team is putting their full tactical... this was the one I was thinking of. Though, to be honest, I thought they were boat guys, so... Yeah. Full tactical gear on as we speak, sir. Best not to leave any exposed skin in situations like these. Or any space missions, really. Let's be honest. Sir, it was a massacre, not the good kind. Team ran into an adult female. Our men and women, they're gone, all of them. We lost her. We lost as bad as you can lose. Ow. Should have sent them all as civilian ships, sir. Please, you have to help us. We're in a little dust up with an Kree back there. Now our thrusters are leaking Neo-N. Tried landing, but the radioactive contamination caused our landing gear to falter. We're trapped in here, getting sicker with each passing moment. Please let us on your ship. Message from sickbay. Sir, hope you don't mind, but I was listening in. Equipped with a drone decontamination program, but it needs Neo-N to operate. Sir, also, readings indicate extreme Neo-N particulate contamination on their ship. We can ease their suffering, but I'm afraid there's very little we can do beyond that. Do it. We're sending a shuttle for you. Just hold on. Our sick bay's been alerted of your condition and is ready to help. Thank you, Admiral. Can I ask you something? You and your passengers will be fine. Just hold on. Help is on the way. Praise the machines. Somebody found the one friendly ship in this whole cluster. These poor civilians take no idea. Sir, we did all we could for the civilians, but they passed on. And I know letting them on ship didn't get us any scrap or Neo-N, but I still think it was the right thing to do. Lost a bit right outside the forge, but still it'll be. Upgrade the cruiser. Upgrade the crafter. Sure, and upgrade the boomer. Can I forge one set places? Cardinal, sir. My holy destroyer has been blessed by the High Priest and is ready for carnage. Let these be your last rites. Admiral, now might be a good time for me to make an appearance before this Cardinal attacks us. Go ahead, machine. Maybe we can avoid this battle yet. Hello, Cardinal. What are you? I am an Omni. At 187, I'm old enough to have seen the Omnis. You do not resemble them in the slightest. I am unique, it's true, but I assure you I too am an Oberon machine. No, this is a trick. Your crew members inside that metal, pulling levers and pushing buttons. I've seen Voga shows before. I confess. Now, Admiral, time has come to atone for your sins. You may start by dying in an enormous ball of fire. Sorry, Admiral, I tried. Guess some people wouldn't recognize a god even if they're in transmission with one. Should have spun around a bit. That's Polka. They like their guns, don't they? Okay. Balls deep, baby. Ooh, and they've got a proper health bar now. Engage. Lost 2. That fucker still didn't die. Did now. Need to keep the heat on these weapons to minimize how much they can fucking hurt me. Doesn't do any heat, but still. Nice. We've got incredible recovery time. It's beautiful. We pretty much can put ships out again immediately. Yeah, it only takes 4 seconds. Thank you, shielding. $554. Upgrades. Do it. Oh, Seamus. I'm picking up a pre-shutdown message on this part beacon, sir. Want to become a better pirate, but not sure how? Tune in later this week for a discussion with pro Palanai for tips and advice. Nice. There's 2. Probably a trap, but we're pretty well geared. So we reached the supposed pirate station with the treasure in it. But bad news, it's not on guard like the civilian said it would be. What are you doing here? It's not like we're guarding a huge secret stash of scrap in the station, man. It's a trap, then we were waiting for you. Its squadrons have been deployed and its weapons are ready to fire. Turrets. They've already grabbed those. Well, they've grabbed them and, because of their specialty. They're otherwise been neutral and hostile to both. God, I don't care about weapons. Fucking turret. Yeah, just stand there and let us kill you. They had no choice but to. Oh, that can't fight. Melee. Crafter drone and scrap. Now that that part's out of the way, now let's get the loot, Captain. Right away, sir. We're in the cargo area of the station, sir, and we're practically blinded by all the treasure they got down here. 104 scrap, 3 drone Mark 3, 39 from that, debris catapult Mark 3. That's interesting. We'll stick with this though, at least does direct damage. We're picking up a message from the speaking, sir. Hooks be on loop. Want to see the stars, want to protect your loved ones against hostile enemies. Then sign up today for the fleet. After all, if it's good enough for Admiral Idaho, it's good enough for you. Tank to machines, you're here. The ship is trying to siphon Neo N off her station. Second incoming transmission, sir. don't believe a word she says. I saw they're low on fuel, so I was trying to give them some of mine is all. I know the Omni's shut down, but we can still be kind to one another, can't we? I don't know what this guy's worse at, telling the truth or stealing me away. Sure. The captain go get our friend to put him in the brig. That should sober him up. Aye, aye, sir. Sir, we put him in the brig. Had quite the little setup on his ship. Guy's been making Neo-N rotgut for years. Who said science was dying? Goes by the name of Vaughn, sir. For what it's worth, he says he met you once. Most likely he's never met the original me, but I'll pay him a visit nonetheless. I'm interested in what he's got to say. I wouldn't believe a word that he says, Admiral. He's clearly unstable. I'll keep that in mind, Machine. I don't believe it. It is you, Admiral Idaho is a living breed. And why wouldn't it be? Because you died, or so I believed until now. My captain tells me, we met once. You wouldn't remember me, Admiral. I wasn't highly ranked. You were in the fleet. Yes, many years ago, the first fleet. I was discharged. Always had a problem with the drink. Ensign Vaughn. I flew in the Hyperion too. Man, that was a long time ago. I have a sneaking suspicion you've other questions too. And tell me, why is it you believe me dead? Well, surely you heard the story yourself, Admiral. The story? Yes, but I'd like to hear your version. There's so many. Well, on Ganma, a planet in the House Kosh, Buendia sectors, there was once existed a group of people called the Survivalists. Well, on Ganma, a planet in the House Kosh Buendia sectors, there once existed a group called people called the Survivalists. As incomprehensible it was, these people believed the Empire would be better off without the Omnis. Crazy talk, I know. I mean, I don't worship the things, but the idea we'd be better off without them is just plain wrong. Of years of abuse at hands of Kosh Buendia, these numbers were down to only a few thousand. They knew they had to fight or be wiped off the stars. So after years of secretly amassing weapons and resources, they rebelled one day, 26 years ago, 6 years before shutdown. I was Kosh Buendia, never saw it coming. After quickly overwhelming local troops and strong local Omnis who were limited by the Rubicon, who unlimited by the Rubicon were unable to defend themselves, they shut down local folder. Oberon, rightfully fearing these terrorists, fearing they might attack other planets, sent you and Vice Admiral Onkon. I have no idea how to say that. I don't know what the KW sound is. And I don't want to go with O-Conk-Woo. O-Conk-Woo. That just sounds rude. To squash rebellion and protect its subjects. But because the folder was down, it took you and your battleship 5 years to reach Ganma from Elysium. By the time you arrived, the survivors were ready for you. More than ready to turn Ganma into a veritable war machine. You asked for surrender, but it was useless. They weren't going back to the way things were before. But if they destroyed the local Omni, then how did they get things working? I guess they were ready for the lack of Omni. They weren't caught flat-footed like everyone else. To their way of thinking, they're finally free. They'd finally secured a future for themselves. You and Kongwu attacked, but soon discovered your few ships were outmatched by theirs. Then, Admiral, you made the ultimate sacrifice. You ordered the other ships to stockpile their Makers of Darkness, Taos nukes on a single ship, your ship. Kongwu begged you not to do it, but you knew it had to be done for Oberon for the good of the Empire. And alone, you crashed into Ganma, setting off an immense chain reaction, vertifying those terrorists and saving the Empire at the same time. The rebellion had been put down, but not without a cost. Back home in Elysium, your death was mourned by hundreds of thousands, and Oberon, with the eyes of the Empire upon him, proclaimed you the greatest hero the Empire had ever known. But now I know it's all true. You didn't die. You survived Ganma. Why, Admiral? Why were we told that story in the first place? To be honest, it's fine, Admiral. I don't expect you to tell me what really happened. How could you? It's gone above my pay grade. No longer even a member of the fleet. Sometimes I wish I still was, though. Sometimes I still wish I was fighting for all that's good. Well, it remains, but no offense, I don't think the fleet, not even with the greatest admiral of all time leading it, can save us now. These are truly our final days. What else have you heard about survivalists, Vaughn? Some people think they may have been behind the shutdown, you know, because they believe we shouldn't rely on Omni's frown. But they couldn't be, could they? I mean, we killed the survivalists, all of them. Or to fight those poor bastards in the class. Well, that was the story anyway. You hear rumors every now and then about a ship carrying glass of their kind, floating through space, searching for you, Admiral. Searching for me? What for? Payback. What you did to their planet, to their people. Imagine to be a little sore, don't you? Tell me more about House Kosh Bundia. Next, House Talos, they're probably the most powerful house in all the Empire. That or House Akabara Song. The Koshes have existed since the beginning, but it seems they never had enough power, not for their taste anyway. Their abhorrence for the old man was no secret. After all, he's had them and House as his and House AS under his thumb for centuries. There are rumors the Gosh has made several attempts on his life throughout the decades, and none's ever been proven. Yeah, wouldn't surprise me. It wouldn't be surprised me one bit if House KB had something to do with the shutdown. Tell me more about House Akabara's. Those Akis, just like the Koshes, wanted Oberon out of the picture for decades. I've always resented the old man for having more power than them. How the Empire might be theirs if not for Oberon. You can see how that might rub those gene mods the wrong way. I've always thought that maybe they played a large part even in the shutdown. Those money grubbers with a tremendous amount of power. Probably still do for that matter. No, you definitely can't rule them out as suspects. They've always thought they've always thought they're so much better than the rest of us, haven't they? What do you know about Vice Admiral Kenwu? Well, you hear a couple stories about him. One is that he was your best friend, your right-hand man. Always has been since your days at the academy together. The other is that he's very jealous of you. It said you were always Oberon's favourite, the golden one chosen to lead the Empire if Oberon ever stepped down, that Kenwu lived in your shadow and resented you for that. Me? I don't know which story to believe. Then again, I'm not much for gossip, know what I mean? What I like to do instead is get drunk and hit up space casinos. Now that's a good time. Anyway, knowing Vice Admiral Kenwu as you do, when you know the truth there, Admiral. Right. Only I know the truth there. Won't keep a former Imperial soldier's prisoner. If you stay out of trouble, not steal anymore, you're free to go. Thank you, Admiral. That's kind of you, but, can I say something before I go? Go ahead. One thing kind of strikes me funny when I think back to the time I met you. What's that? You're from age one bit. How could that be? That's just the darkness in here, Vaughn. These tricks in the eyes. Yeah, you're probably right. You'll chance to lose 0 to 10, but get more. You'll want 0 to 7, get a bit less. Go for you. Ooh, that's a new one. Never seen that. Obviously, you've seen all I've done at the game. Retreat. Let's go a little further. Oh, that worked out. Bloody, but it worked out. 2 Mark IIIs, a cruiser protector, and a cruiser longbow. Fair bit of scrap. Let's see what they're like. Um, gives an absorb shield to units. Range damage. Takes more damage at short range. I'm always terrible with those, but I want to give it a try. Get rid of a boomer, get rid of boomer. Local system man now. Shipyard. Incoming message. An Imperial ship. We don't get many of those these ways on our of those our way these days at the clinic. What can I do for you? Tell me more about this station. Before the shutdown, this was a hospital where we treated patients with all kind of mental problems. The inferiority complex is probably being our bread and butter. The envy, a serious problem for citizens of the Empire. But that was then. Now the clinic is little more than refuge for a few of us human doctors and our families. It's not much, but we call it home. I don't know if I might. This might be a good chance to help the officers and crew with some of their problems. Problems? Sir, some of the crew are starting to worry that their emotionally linked memories are never going to come back. Talking with a shrink, a psychologist, could do them some good. Doctor, some of my crew members are having some difficulties. Depressed over the shutdown, I take it? More like fatigued from trying to restore the Emperor's sectors to their former state. I see. That would wear a person down. We'll be happy to do what we can, Admiral. It'll be like the old days again. Of course, we'll need scrap for the job, I'm afraid. Our days of pro bono work are on hold for the moment. I'm feeling generous. We'll be happy to pay for your help. Very well. Send over your crew when ready. Oh, and just to let you know, we have a plasma nuke aimed at your battleship. Rather than funny, will make you bleed. Tough lady. I like it. Friendly. Well, I've done all that I can, Admiral. I'm going to be honest with you, I'm disturbed by these sessions. Disturbed? Our crew members are almost entirely capable of recalling their most important personal memories. More troubling than their memory loss are their severe delusions. They claim to recall dying. They claim to recall dying over and over again. Is there an explanation for this, Admiral? Anything that might shed light on this peculiar situation? I wish I could tell you more, Doctor. I do, but unfortunately, I get it. Classified information, Bob. Just thought I would ask. Good luck in your travels, Admiral. I have a feeling you're going to need it. Tactical Ognusphere can be sold for 80 scrap per total victory. Get achieve while equipped. Max 35 scrap. Ooh. Sure, we'll take that. System map. We're done here. Sure. Pretty much locked into this pad anyway. Civilian ships there at 12 o'clock. An Imperial ship. No will be ever happy to see the likes of you. We're a group of prisoners who escaped their prison station by building a crude junk ship. Prisoners of the Empire. Captain, you're lucky I haven't started firing. Yeah, we're lucky to be flying around in a homemade ship. Bunch of convicts in post-apocalyptic galaxy. You've no idea how lucky we are. Excuse me. Look, we don't want trouble, Admiral. We know we could never beat you with our junk ship. We just want to help you and your crew. We have a scrap or weapon around here that's unguarded. Tell you where it is on one condition. Give us an UN, and when the Emperor's returned to his former glory, you pardon us for our crimes. Okay, 2 conditions. I'm an Imperial Admiral Captain. I'm not an Imperial Judge. Okay, but you can at least put a good word in for us. So what's it gonna be? Tell me, what Imperial crimes have you committed? Knowing might influence my decision. We haven't committed any crimes, Admiral. You'll find nothing but innocent men and women on this junk ship. Every last one of us was falsely imprisoned. Yeah, that's what all Imperial prisoners say. But, at the same time, there's always gonna be people who are falsely imprisoned. Sometimes the criminal is not the one being put behind bars. False allegations do happen. So what's it gonna be? We have a deal? And how do I know there will actually be a weapon when we get there? Does this look like the face of a liar, Admiral? You know what? Don't answer that. I'm gonna take you at your word. Now, take your Neo-N and tell me where the weapon is before I change my mind. It's here, sir. Exactly where those cons are. Ex-cons, that'll be. You're gonna be pleased. Engine Disruptor Mark II. No, I'm not actually. Shit. At least I made it back. Imperial battleship. I could cry from happiness. Surely you of all people could help my diseased colony. What happened to her? Probably some key experiment gone wrong. This has those gene mods written all over it. What happened to you? Ah, so you've noticed. Flesh-eating bacteria broke out of her colony. Broke out on her colony, Admiral. Almost all of us have it. The pain is unbearable. Thousands of ants feasting on your skin. How can we help you? There's nothing you can do for those of us who already have the disease. Our days are numbered. Well, we do have a few healthy soldiers here. They should be on your ship where they can still do some good for the Empire. Please, I beg of you, Admiral. Take them with you. Nothing will make us happier. What do you make of this, Captain? You could accept the commandos, but then again, they might have disease too, even if they're not showing any symptoms at the moment. And if just one of them has it, it could eat its way quite literally through our ship. If we have a suitable specialist officer, we could screen the commandos beforehand and make sure they're healthy. Otherwise, you're looking at nothing better than a risky decision, Admiral, in which negatives far outweigh the positives. Oh, the 50-50 was 50-50 chance. Okay, I was expecting to see a 25 out of 50 to denote that, but it's a 50-50 chance. Gotcha. Check these soldiers out, officer, and let me know if they're disease. Sometimes I regret knowing so much about epidemiology. Yeah. Sorry, the screenings are finished. Unfortunately, one of the soldiers has disease. Was required before being quarantined. I'm afraid one of the soldiers has disease. I didn't know. My sincerest apologies, Admiral. We'll be happy to take the healthy soldiers with us, but I'm afraid we must leave the other behind. Sorry, Admiral. These soldiers are very close. They do not wish to be apart when the galaxy ends. I bet you can understand that. I don't believe the galaxy will end, but I can respect their wishes. But this didn't work out better, Admiral. Wish you luck on your journey. Bandit Brothers. It makes sense. Our battleship with its radar off. Looks like we have the upper hand. Just ambush it. Do your station's crew. We have an edge over our enemy. We're not going to waste it. What if these are nice parts, sir? Nice parts. You have to be the naivest radar officer I ever worked with. Okay, maybe that was a hint I fucked up. One time I wasn't feeling nice. Nah, just... Jesus. Nice. I know in FTL they have like events where you have to behave in a particular way to get the benefits. Like you have to not attack the clear enemy or whatnot. Damn. The rockets, the asteroids didn't save it. Ooh. Nasty weapon. parasites really never get a chance. Move. Ow. Took some losses. 2. Blink. I'm down a soldier. Scan it.